Hi everybody, this is Gabe at Security Baron, and today we're unboxing the Brinks Home Security System. Brinks! Let's get started. If you'd like to see a list of our favorite security systems, Google Security Baron Best Security Systems. If you have a question about today's unboxing, leave a comment and I'll get back to you. All right, let's jump into this system. Oof, all right. Slide that aside. So this is a welcome. It's got a code on here, a unique code for me to set it up. I'll put that aside for now, so we're not doing that yet. I've got these referral cards, trying to get my friends to jump on board with the Brinks Home Security Program. Put that aside. The ever loved shield, denoting my Brinks superpower. So here we go. All right, let's get started with the pieces. All right, so we got our IQ panel. Talks about how to temporarily disarm, and we have an activation appointment later today, so we'll get into it. And it's just a white panel. It looks pretty straightforward, like things you would see in a building. Okay, so we have, I do note that it's attached to this. Here we are, power supply. It doesn't like you can detach the two, so you have to set it up, I guess, at the same time. Looks like there's some mounting information here, or rather mounting plugs and holes. Maybe these are the pieces to mount it. Yeah, it looks like it. Use this to mount this. Put that aside for now. See what else we have in here. Oh, wow. Wow, first of all, I just want to shout outs to Brinks for having a very environmentally sustainable packaging. There's a lot in here in a very small package. With some of the other systems, we've seen a lot more for much less. Though, this side is completely empty. It's a little strange. Probably could have set those up a little more evenly. But let's jump into the rest of the things in here. Got our motion. What's this? Sensor. Another sensor. Sensor. Got our alarm.com indoor camera. Before I forget, some more mounting hardware. Our doorbell, and it's pretty cool. It's a SkyBell doorbell. So this is one of the thin versions of the SkyBell doorbell. And here we go. Also should note that it says on the back that this one is not compatible with the SkyBell app. It's only compatible with the alarm.com app. So that's kind of weird. So it's a SkyBell hardware alarm.com app. We'll get into that later when we see how well this system works. And another window sensor. So we got our window sensor, door sensors, bedroom door. And I'm saying that because that's what it says on here. I imagine when I was on the phone with them, I told them what pieces I wanted, and so they went ahead and marked each one, which is kind of useful. It's kind of nice. So I know exactly where to put each one of these. And finally, we have our setup guide here. So the setup guide, we'll go through that. Of course, we have to have our activation call, which is scheduled for about an hour from now. And some more pieces for setup, along with our stickers, so people know that we have a Brinks Home Security System installed. You put these decals on your walls, on your windows, so that any possible potential intruder knows what's going on. Whoa, let's take a quick break, folks. Every month at Security.org, we like to hook our subscribers up with a little something something. So leave us a comment below and subscribe to our page and you'll be entered to win a $200 Amazon gift card. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to comment, and let's get back to the video. So let's look at our inventory of Brinks Home Security System devices. Now, I'm gonna go in this direction just to keep some sort of semblance of order and structure as we continue in this unboxing. So let's start with our Alarm.com 1080p indoor Wi-Fi video camera. Ooh. I'll do that there. Yeah, voila. C'est ça. All right. Okay. Got our white adapter and power pack. Some mounting stuff to mount, and our camera. Now, the camera has an Ethernet port, which is interesting. We don't see those very often on indoor cameras. As you can see from behind me, we have tons of indoor cameras that we've gone through. We have our power and our reset button. Underneath we have a speaker. Has this rubber bottom for wall mounting. The front of it is a glossy black, but I like it because it's flush. The entire apparatus is flush, the lens with the camera itself. And there is some rotation, so you got some mobility here. I think you use the plug here for the power. And you can also do more with the swivel. So there's some different options there. Oh wow, that's a lot of range. That's pretty cool. You can do a lot of things with that. So I would say it's actually one of the most mobile, flexible cameras that we've seen here at Security.org. So that is the indoor Wi-Fi camera that comes with the Brinks Home Security System. So that's something you're going to want to have indoor on your kitchen table, on a mantle, just to get an actual look at what's going on. Now, let's jump into the doorbell. Now this is one of the slim doorbells. You know, there are a lot of doorbell companies out there now. You've got SkyBell, Arlo, Ring, all offering different things. Okay, this allows you to get a look at whoever's at your door. You can open it for the delivery person or whomever. Oh, wow. So does it look? You know, you can propose with that, you know. What have we got here? So here's your level to make sure that you got it together, and your components to screw it in. Just move this out of the way. Here we go. Take that off. Oh, I like that. Pretty simple design, not very heavy. You got your lens here. It does protrude a bit out from the rest of the doorbell. Here's your ringing apparatus, the light that they know that they've been seen, and this comes from SkyBell. So Brinks definitely has various people to provide the devices that go along with this system. So I'll go ahead and put this down here. Let's stand up. Oh yeah, well there we go. And let's jump into that motion sensor. So it looks like a Olsys, the same makers of the panel, and the also make the motion detector. So open that up. I like this motion detector. So a lot of motion detectors have something that comes out. This one is pretty flush. So you're always going to want to put something like this in a corner, get that 90-degree view. and let it detect whatever motion is taking place when you're not inside of the home. So this is all white, so it'll blend in with most walls and doesn't seem like it'll be super indiscreet. You'll be able to just put it there and know what's going on. Now what I do like is I see that these adhesive are 3M. I actually have thoughts about adhesive and I like 3M. I feel like they will actually keep something in place. So that's good to know. And here are some screws if you also want to take that route and not just use the adhesive. So let's jump into the glass break sensors. Remember, glass break sensors need to be placed near the windows that you might think might be broken out. And the way they work is they listen for the frequency of glass breaking, which I think that technology is really cool. Not sure if I understand it all completely, but that's about it. Here we go. Got your mounting hardware for the glass break sensor. And this is pretty easy to open up. You got 2 batteries here. Now these are 3 volts, so these are not your typical batteries. So I'm assuming when you need to replace these, it's a little bit more of a specialty. You can't go to your local bodega. If you're in a city to buy these, you might have to go a little bit further, go to a hardware store. I'm sure you'll be able to find them. And voila, here you are with your glass break sensors. I will note this is a little bit wider than most that we've seen. And I'm not familiar with the style, but anxious to see how well it works. Now we've gotten a few of these window and door sensors. I will go ahead and just show you one of them. So open this up here, and these are nice and petite. We put one on each side of the door, and you're ready to go. See that magnet? This is what helps you know when a door has been opened or a window's been opened, and it'll alert the system. Now, speaking of system, this is our panel. Now, what I don't really love, of course, is the fact that you cannot detach the power adapter. I tend to like things that can just plug in. This always stresses me out a little bit, but that's okay. On the back, I can see that this already contains Z-Wave technology, which is super adaptable. Lots of products will be able to integrate with this panel, with the Z-Wave. Conceivably, even a lot of smart home integrations are using Z-Wave. And on the back here, you've got various places to mount it. This looks like one that goes on your wall. And there we go. I'm anxious to see what it looks like. I do note here that there's a little camera. So this one also has the ability for people to see you. You can see them. And that's pretty cool. This is called the IQ panel. And this is just another piece of the Brinks Home Security System component package. Maybe the most important piece in some ways. This is where you will arm your system, disarm your system. If something goes off, this will be the place where you disarm it. Of course, talked about our decals already. Put this on your window and you're ready to go. Now you'll note that we're not setting this up because in about 30 minutes, I'm gonna have a call with Brinks, and Brinks will walk me through the entire installation process. So these are all the pieces, and when I'm on the phone with them, I'm gonna go through and do the installation, and I'll be sure to include that in my review of the Brinks Home Security System. If you appreciated today's unboxing, give us a like and hit that subscribe button. As always, this is Gabe at Security Baron. Be secure.